It's genuinely sad to see a grown man have a meltdown over a video game. I've seen it, you've seen it, and to be honest, we've both probably been him before. You see, if you close your eyes hard enough, Counter-Strike is basically just soccer. It's global, every country plays it, the US sucks at it. You get my point. And when you take 5 strangers from 5 different countries, put them on a team and ask them to function as a unit, it falls apart, even if you're the better team. So the problem is not skill, it's etiquette. And here's the thing, etiquette isn't just be nice. It's an actual established system. Now, most actual etiquette guides, the ones they use for business dinners or diplomatic events, they all break down into 5 main tenets. Respect, consideration and empathy, honesty and integrity, mindful communication, and appropriate conduct and nuance. Now, every situation you find yourself in, every toxic lobby, every 14-year-old kid who's throwing your match, every guy screaming slurs at you when you miss a shot, it's a violation of one of these 5 things. And this needs to change. So today we're going to build a proper etiquette guide. It's not going to be a rant, it's going to be an actual framework. Something you can use, and something you could send to the next tool you encounter in your Counter-Strike game. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which pillar someone is violating in your lobby, and you'll also be able to decipher if you're the problem or not. So let's start with the one that costs you nothing. Pillar 1, mindful communication. Firstly, call your flashes. 2 syllables, flashing. With those 2 syllables, you've prevented your teammate from getting team flashed and dying, which simultaneously prevents him from freaking out on you. Congrats, those 2 syllables made you better than 90% of the lobby. 2, shut the fuck up in the pre-game lobby. I don't care that you didn't like the map we picked. I don't care that it's your rank up game. Everyone in there is ripping cases, ripping SIGs. Let us relax before we have to speak to each other for 40 minutes straight. Save all your qualms and talk about them in the 15 seconds between each round. And look, saying good luck, have fun, and good half in your games is noble, and I would consider it going above and beyond. But if Counter-Strike had a Spotify Wrapped, the most common word that should come off your keyboard should be GG. Every single game, win, lose, or tie. It's 2 letters, it costs you nothing, and it signals that you're not a man-child. And now you've acquired Pillar 1 of etiquette. Say what needs to be said, and shut up when it doesn't. Pillar 2, consideration and empathy. Now this is where most of you fail. We're going to start with drops. If you need something, speak up. And when you do speak up, saying drop me is useless. Drop me an AK removes all ambiguity and takes a quarter of a second longer. And when your teammate's broke next round, pay it forward. Drop him what he needs. But if we're talking pinnacle Counter-Strike, you and your teammates should be looking at each other and dropping to them before they even have to ask. That's the sign of a good team. Next, keep your tilt to your goddamn self. The guy that you're spectating right now that just whiffed the easiest op shot of his life, he knows he missed the easiest shot of his life. He does not need an acne-ridden 16-year-old kid calling him a slur in the background. You're not helping him. In fact, the only thing you're doing is lowering his chance of hitting the next shot. And any confidence that he did have left over after that shot is now completely gone and will affect how he plays for the rest of the match. Probably resulting in you losing. Because confidence is what wins games. When confidence ceases to exist, mechanics, utility, it's all for naught. A 50-50 game becomes a 90-10 game in the opposite team's favor the second you open your mouth to be negative. If you don't have anything useful to say, don't say it at all. Scream it into the void in your room. Don't push the talk. And continuing on that point, don't backseat. You're dead. And we're in Premiere right now. You didn't die to force some type of rotate 500 IQ move. You suck. Make your call out, tell your teammates where he's going, then promptly shut the fuck up unless you're saying nice try or nice job at the end of the round. Think about what the other person is experiencing before you open your mouth. And before we get into the nitty gritty, quick word from skinsmonkey.com. Do you like free stuff? Well, if you do, the wonderful ladies and gentlemen over at skinsmonkey.com, today's sponsor, have put together such a beautiful Christmas event. From now until January 11th, simply log on the website and look at that top banner. It'll say claim free gift. Now the gift can either be a new skin, it could be on-site balance, or it could be an increased deposit bonus. And if you're a smart investor, you'll use code Mike, which will give you an extra 5% bonus. It can bring you all the way up to 50%. And the more trades you make on the website, the more gifts Skins Monkey will send to you. I got an M4A4 Evil Daimyo, so it's not like they're giving you Safari meshes either. These are real nice skins. In addition to that, they've also prepared an advent calendar. Simply go on the website every day and claim an entry into a huge pool of giveaways. And again, these are nice skins. This Ruby Knife is the top prize right now. So thank you to Skins Monkey for sponsoring, and thank you also for putting together such a nice and wonderful event for the community. Section 3. Honesty and integrity. This is where we separate the boys from the men. Try. But it's just a game, bro. Correct? It is just a game. But if you're not trying in a competitive mode, that's merely a reflection of your character, or lack thereof. Probably a lousy student, you're probably a lousy employee, you're probably a lousy son, and you would be a lousy partner if you could get laid. Not trying isn't cool. It never has been, and it never will be. If you want to find like-minded individuals who don't like trying, go to your nearest bridge and go hang out under it for a few hours. I'm sure you'll find some like-minded individuals. Next, don't say GG early, and definitely don't surrender. All you have to do is click that button, and even if your team says no, the game's lost. You've shown your hand, and your ego is hurt. So now you're going to rush a ramp every round, and then type at the end of the game, LOL, I wasn't even trying anyway. You were trying. Your play was just inadequate, and you couldn't handle the heat. Now here's the thing. When you're down 10-2 in a game, for example, you might just be playing against a really good CT-sided team, or a T-sided team, whatever. The second half is a reset. The score is now 0-0. You can also win the half 10-2 now. They might be awful when the script flips, but you don't know until you play it out. Stop giving up. And lastly, don't enter a match hammered. 1 or 2 beers, fine. Honestly, you're probably less of a tool, and you got a little bit of extra swagger that'll make you make some plays that you normally wouldn't. But like 8 beers? First of all, who's drinking 8 beers to play Counter-Strike? Get off the server, go outside, go make some friends, find a bar, do literally anything else. It's fucking embarrassing. Just be honest with yourself, whether you're actually showing up or not. And have the integrity to keep showing up, even in the face of adversity. Section 4, respect. Firstly, respect property. If someone buys an AWP and they die with it, and then you pick it up and get 3 frags, that AWP's still theirs next round. Give it back to them. Now if they die with it twice, and you get it back, now it's yours. That's the rule. Honestly, this one's pretty well followed. I'm sure he'll agree. In the same vein, Bogdan's Law. If you're low HP and you got a high HP teammate, you take the AWP, because you only need 1 shot. Next, have a microphone. The cost of computer RAM is pegged to Ethereum now, for whatever reason. So if you have a PC, you can spend $6 to get yourself a microphone. They sell them at the local corner store. Just take a walk. Scared to talk in your games? Just you have social anxiety? Cool. Here's the time to practice. Because in Counter-Strike, you are playing with caricatures of the world's worst people. So after talking in, 3 CS lobbies, talking to people in real life is going to feel like a vacation, I promise you. This is exposure therapy, so get started. And warm up. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Aim trainer, surf, deathmatch, rock band. I don't really care. However, show up ready to play. Respect the other 4 people who are on your team that queued up and want to win. Not every game is going to be your best. Right? Even Donk gets fucking shit on sometimes. But there's a clear difference between trying and losing and not trying and wasting everyone's time. It's very easy to see if you're spectating yourself. Respect your teammates. Respect their time, their money, and their energy. Treat them the way you want to be treated. Section 5. Appropriate conduct and nuance. So the 5th pillar is appropriate conduct. And in Counter-Strike, that starts with one thing. Respect yourself. Your insecurity bleeds through your mic the same way it bleeds through your body language in real life. If you're a hater, you've got problems that have nothing to do with Counter-Strike, and that's not my responsibility, that's yours. So leave it in the pregame lobby. Be a man. Because the 4 other dudes in the lobby, I'm sure have just as much, if not more shit going on than you do. And here they are, showing up and not being a complete jerk to everyone around them. So respect yourself and take baby steps. Eat right. Sleep a full 8 hours a day. Don't overplay the game. Shower. Wear something comfortable, grab a nice drink, and sit in a nice comfy position. All the stuff that sounds like it doesn't matter to how you play in the game, it does. Because you can't be a gentleman in the server if you're not even a gentleman outside of it. Now here's the thing. Take everything I just said about Counter-Strike and change a few words, and you have a guide to how to operate in real life. Show up. Be confident, be respectful, and be kind. Not nice, kind. To every single person you meet, no matter where they come from. You'll make more money, you'll gain more elo, you'll get promoted at your work, and you might even get laid once or twice. Now, I can't change everyone, and I accept that. If you hate yourself, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to fix your situation. That's on you to figure out. But if one dude who watches this realizes just how much easier life gets when you stop acting like a douchebag, then I've done my job. So feel free to send this to the tool in your next lobby. You might just steer his life towards greener pastures. Cheers.